So this is going to be the second trail of the day. I decided to drive up to the Schuykill River area, and we're doing something called the Neil Thorpe Loop Trail, and it's at Lock 60. So there's some really cool features around here, water features, and there's a canal, and we're going to just explore all of them. So from the car, we just walked up into the little area here first so that we can check some of this other stuff out. This is absolutely gorgeous here. There is water on the one side, which is the Schuykill River, and on the other side is the canal. So this little part here, which we're just visiting briefly, shows part of the canal system that's still intact, sort of. I mean, it's not being used, I don't think, but look at this. You can see how it was built up with all the rocks and the different layers of the wood there with the planks, and how it stopped the canal and the water. The separation is right there. You can see where all the beams went across, and there's still part of the canal wall that went out into the river. The river's out there. It's very beautiful here. We're going to try to explore as much as we can before we have to leave today. Now I'm just looking over this gate to the canal side. There's another little pathway that you can walk up through, but then you can't go any further this way, I don't think. Oh, so look, the gate's open, so maybe you can. An unimproved area. Park visitors assume all risk incidental to the use of any areas beyond this point. I think I'll take that risk. So we walked down through that gate, and we're walking along this concrete path here. This is where we assume all of our own risk, but this is so super cool. I don't know who would want to miss all this. Lots of history here. Really cool. I don't know how far it goes, but we'll see. So here's more of the unsupervised area, but check this out. Oh my goodness. So cool. Look, you can see where the water meets the canal here. Very cool. Take out my receiver for a minute here so you can hear the water. Okay. Continue on. Hopefully that worked out sound-wise. But this just goes on and on. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Don't know how you get across unless you hop down, but at least we can go out to the edge and look at the canal. Oh my goodness, look at that. When we get on the other side of the trail, we can go over to that. There's part of the dam up here. You can just see it. Very cool. Off to the other side of the parking lot is another little bridge you could go across. And there's another historic building over here. And this was the lock caretaker's house over here. So we're gonna go see that. But look at this algae that's formed down in here. Just blocked in. And over there's a little boat launch for canoes and kayaks. You can see where they chiseled out the hills here. We're going to go back on that trail a little bit, I think. But I want to check out this house over here. Up there's the doors that opened for the lock. And you see the ladders alongside the wall there. They climbed up and down for maintenance. And there's a really cool little bridge. Bright green. There's some more doors there. Like, all these old locks are so interesting to me. We're coming up to the lock tender's house here. Very well maintained and restored. And get a picture from the front and then go up around inside there. Very cool place. We walk around the house. They still have the gardens and the wrought iron fence intact, a little bench. Back in here where they barbecued. Nice little trash can. Not sure what's inside the house. Don't think you can go in. We'll try, as I always do. But it's locked. And it's actually hooked up to some type of air conditioning or something. I'm going to check out in through the windows here. So now we're on the actual Schuykill Water Trail, and as you can see, it's paved, very easy. Over here is the trail that I have downloaded. It's called the Neil Thorpe Trail. So I think I want to do that, but up here was that water dam that I wanted to see, so probably go up there first. And this path, we're walking along this side of the canal, which we were over on that side. And we're coming up to the dam up here, which is something I wanted to see up close. Just look at it. So nice. It's a very nice walk, nice path with lots of interesting features. So I walked all the way down to try to see this dam, but once you get here, and that is not a stair, it looks like it, but that's just an optical illusion. It's just concrete plastered up. Tried to boost up on that little rock there, but there's nothing to grab onto at the top. So your view, the perfect view of the dam, is not possible without risking too much. So have to walk down here a little ways to get a better glimpse of it. They should have a stair or a ladder or something so you could see it, but we'll have to go back down the trail a little bit. You can't really see it from right over top of it, unless you brought your climbing gear, you know. But there is the dam. It's the best you can see it from over here. Okay, we're back down to the Neil Thorpe Trail. We're just going to go a little way on this today because it's getting late in the day. And this is probably an hour-and-a-half drive from home. So we'll just see how the trail is back through here and maybe come back and visit another time. At least I know where it's at and what's available for parking, etc. up here. And that sometimes is the mission. You do a little bit of recon to come back later. Yeah, the colors of the leaves are changing. Very pretty back through here. Quiet, you hear the birds. They're just so brilliant. So far on this trail, there's a fairly dry creek bed. There's a little bit of water in it that we're following. And the trail continues up that way and through the woods, and it looks like a very beautiful trail. And I'm going to have to come back and do that another time separately and do a full video on that trail. But we have to drive back home in rush hour traffic on a Friday, so we have to turn around and go back. So that little adventure was just an add-on to Friday's adventure, and we had anticipated walking just on the Neil Thorpe Trail, but when we got there, there was so many other interesting things that I just got so distracted and the time got away from us. So we decided to just check out the trail, the Neil Thorpe Trail, and come back another time. But as you can see, there's so many interesting things around there just to look at and try and, you know, enjoy. They had a great parking lot. There was porta potties. There's a little lunch for the kayakers and canoers. When we were on our way out of the parking lot, we saw a lot of canoers on the canal side. It was really nice flat water, very peaceful looking. You know, it looks like something I'd love to do. But we'll be going back at some point, or I'll be going back up to Neil Thorpe Trail just because it's it looked like such a great trail that went through the woods. But also the Schuykill River Trail looks really cool too. And there's so many sections to that, so that I'll probably be exploring that one of these days here shortly. Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. Namaste.